Yo guys, what's going on? Robert Warshack here, and we finally have the mini set. The mini set that got delayed by 2 weeks because of Mercenaries, which Mercenaries has been fun, but mini sets are fun too. And it comes out November 2nd, so it's right around the corner. This announcement trailer to when it releases is less than a week. Like, we're right pretty much there. So with that, of course, with the mini sets coming out, it's gonna cost 2,000 gold if you've been saving up, or it costs $14.99. I recommend spending gold on it, just because gold's free if you've been saving it. It's a 66 card mini set, so it's 4 legendaries, 1 epic, 14 rares, and 16 common cards. Hopefully this injection of new cards shakes up our currently very stale meta. I don't know how much this small amount of card infusions will do. In my opinion, it's going to take till the rotation of next year to really fix and address some of these current issues that we have in standard. And there's just stuff that just printing mini set cards can't do, and that's the core set rotating into something else, and we know that happens at the first set released at the beginning of each year. So while I do hope this does change stuff and these cards are exciting, which I'm sure they are, the true change I think is going to happen when the rotation occurs next year. So with that, they released a little bit of footage of some new cards here, and we got the first card, the Demon Hunter tradable, the Need for Greed. Tradable, draw 3 cards. If drawn this turn, this costs 3 less. Wait, hold on. So this is a 2 mana, draw 3. This seems really good. I had to like read it one more. So it's a tradable card that you can put back if you don't want to draw now, and then when you do draw it, you pay 2 mana to draw 3 cards. Holy shit. So obviously if it sits in your hand, you're gonna have to pay 5 to draw 3. You can just put it back for 1 mana, draw another card, and then draw this at a later date if you need draw later, and not like, obviously at the start of the game you don't need this, so you just put it back, right? Yeah, this seems fucking nuts. This is an insane Demon Hunter card. My god, this is very good. All right, we got another Demon Hunter card. It's an octopus shooting lasers out of its many eyes. Okay, this is exciting. It's a 3 mana 2/2 demon. Battlecry, deal 2 damage to the left and right most enemy minions. And I'm assuming if there's only 1 minion, it does 4 damage to a singular minion. So positioning now matters a little bit more than it did prior to obviously this card. The thing is, are the Demon Hunter decks that are currently good, would they benefit from a card like this? And currently the answer is no. Because right now, we have Quest DH, which just involves drawing a massive amount of cards over a couple turns, and then finishing off your opponent with a lot of brutes, a giant weapon, or more times than not, the Loganoth. So does this fit currently in any of those decks? And the answer is no. So this is going to have to go into, like, maybe it wiggles its way into a Death Rattle Demon Hunter deck, but again, most of the Death Rattle Demon Hunter cards are Death Rattle cards. So then this would have to fit into some more, maybe a control or mid-range type Demon Hunter deck, because this doesn't do anything if your opponent doesn't have any minions. And cards that have 0 use outside of a particular situation where it's really good aren't as good as you think they are. So while this is very good against, let's say, like a Face Hunter, or like maybe some decks that go wide on the board like Druid, Demon Hunter has just other cards that deal with the board, like Aura, which don't require, you know what I mean? They would just run that anyway, and it's good with other cards in their deck, like the Talented Arcanist or Moarg, which they would play for other combos. So like, they don't only play it for one reason, while this card is really only played for one reason. So I'm not really a huge fan of that particular Demon Hunter card. It's okay, but I don't think I don't even want to say it's okay. Like, its ability is okay, but the Demon Hunter cards are so good that it doesn't need, like, it basically doesn't even come close to what you would play in a Demon Hunter deck, just because their cards are so incredibly powerful. All right, we have Druid of the Reef. Dude, this guy's Scuba, he's Scuba Steve. Scuba Reef is Steve. It's the Druid Scuba Steve Reefy. Yo, 1 mana 1/1, choose 1, transform into a 3/1 shark with rush or a 1/3 turtle with taunt. Yo, this is sick. The 1 mana 3/1 rush. Dude, that's nuts. Dude, that's crazy powerful. Or it can turn into a turtle. Dude, that's nuts. This is actually, dude, this is such a cool card. I really like this Druid card. This is going to be a very good card for Token Druid. Any sort of aggro Druid's gonna like this. And it's just it's a fun card. Yeah. This gets a plus from me. This is good stuff. Druid of the Reef, you're a cool guy.
I appreciate you guys watching, and I'm glad you're enjoying it. If you are, just keep in mind that over 57% of you who are watching this content that I post are not subbed to the channel, and for me to continue to do what I love doing, and for you guys keep getting these videos, supporting the channel means everything, whether it's subbing, leaving a comment on the videos you like, or simply liking the video that you seem to like. These things really help me out on the YouTube algorithm side, and again, allow me to continue making content. And if you don't want to do any of this, that's okay too. Thanks for watching and enjoy the next game. All right, Defias Blast Fisher. All right, he's apparently this guy is killing the reef fish. 5 mana, 3/2 pirate for a hunter. Battlecry, deal 2 damage to a random enemy. Repeat for each of your beasts. Yikes, dude. All right, so it's a pirate card that then has to synergize with a beast card. I mean, I get it because they added in like the rats of extraordinary size, but the thing is, it doesn't, like, that's like a 6 mana card and this is a 5 mana card, and Hunter it is a deck that you want to play the cards, like when you have the mana and it gets to that mana, you want to play the card. You can't be holding on to this in your hand on turn 5 while you plan for your rats on turn 6, and then you play a 6 mana, makes 7 1/1s, and then they all die, and then you have this 5 mana card that doesn't do anything. So I think this card is garbage. Like, it just has so much requirement. Like, unless you're gonna, there's like some like 8 mana combo that you're gonna be able to summon a bunch of beasts and then also play this card. This is not a good card in my opinion. It is a good card and it's a fun card, but it's nowhere near the level of power this meta has. So like, while they can print like a fun rat blasting card like this, well, it's actually not even rat blasting, it's fish blasting. I do not understand this card at all. And then we have the Monstrous Parrot, a big parroty boy. It is a 4 mana 3/4 beast, battle cry. Repeat the last friendly death rattle that triggered. So it's a battle cry that makes your death rattle a battle cry, which is quite nice, to be honest. That's pretty powerful. The question is, how many death rattles are you playing between the turns 1 and 3? Well, this kind of pairs with the card that we just went over, right? Because there's a rat's nest that's like 4 mana, right? And it summons like 4 or 5 rats. So you'd play like the parrot, which would trigger the rat's nest, which would then put like 5 beasts 1/1s on the board. And then because this is a beast, you'd have 6 beasts. And then you could play the Defias card we just covered for 12 damage burst on turn 9. So that's a decent amount of damage, to be honest. So Monstrous Parrot into Rat Nest into the other guys is a good amount of damage on turn 9, because this is 4 and then that guy was 5. The thing is, like, Mage can do that with 1 Ignite for 2 mana. Like, I didn't realize, but there's more to this video. This is so exciting. I honestly, it only showed those cards and I thought it was done, but then I hit play and more cards came to me. So hell yeah, dude. We got the Gray Sage Parrot, an 8 mana 6/6 battle cry. Repeat the last spell you cast that costs 5 or more. Let's go. So Big Mage is back, and this doesn't say like this turn or anything. Like, this doesn't say like this turn or anything. This just says repeat the spell you've cast that costs 5 or more. So this is like Mask of Cthulhu, Deep Freeze, the grand finale. Granted, Mage it has a lacking of really good big spells. The main 2 I can think of that are really good is the Deep Freeze and Mask of Cthulhu. Because we left Yogbox rotated out. Pyroblast is not currently with the current Mage spells. This isn't good, but I'm sure there will be something that comes soon that makes that good. We've got the Sunwing Squawker, 4 mana 3/4 battle cry. Repeat the last spell you've cast on friendly minion. Repeat the last spell you cast on a friendly minion on this. So Blessing of Authority comes to mind and seems really good. Also, the 2 mana Hand of a Doll is really good as well. So this turns into a 4 mana 5/5 draw a card. This also could work with Libram of Hope. Even though like it would heal this card, it's still a 4 mana 3/4 summon an 8/8 Divine Shield Taunt. So this just seems really good in Paladin. This is actually, in my opinion, because this doesn't mean it's this turn, it just means in general, which makes this card substantially better than like if it had to be this turn or whatnot. So yeah, this is a really good card. Amulet of Undying, 3 mana shadow, resurrect 1 friendly death rattle minion, upgrades when traded. Oh, we have yet to see something that upgrades when traded. This is exciting.
Res Priest is back. Dude, Res Priest is back. Oh my, for 3 mana and it's Shadow. Now this has synergies with Call of the Grave or whatever that 1 mana Priest card is that does the Death Rattle stuff. So while this is pretty slow, because obviously Priest doesn't have a ton of draw, and if you trade this back into the deck and you draw it and it resurrects 2 minions, that's okay, but then you have to do it again for 3. But it's kind of similar to the old spell, the spell stones. I just don't know how much trading, but Priest has a good amount of Discover, so you could like trade this back in and then Thrive of Shadows it. There's a decent amount of cards in Priest that can find other Shadow spells from your deck, like the Decepticon or the Thrive in Shadows, so this actually seems pretty good. I think this actually might make for some Resurrect Priest in the future again. All right, Defias Leaper. We gotta get that Leaper gnome in there in all high. All right, 2 mana, 3/2 Pirate Battlecry. If you're holding a Shadow spell, deal 2 damage. All right, so this is just an auto include into Shadow Priest. It gives it a decent turn 2 opener. And then Blackwater Cutlass, 1 mana, 2/2. Tradable. After you trade this, reduce the cost of a spell in your hand by 1. Oh my. I feel like there's gonna be some combos with this. Because damage, the thing is, if you're gonna want to play this, I think this just as a weapon is good. It's a 1 mana 2/2 weapon. And I guess the reduce is fine if you already have like a weapon out or you're already doing stuff and you just need the reduce and just draw a different card. I guess that works. I mean, it's basically a good weapon with only upside. This thing's amazing. A 1 mana 2/2 weapon with only upside seems pretty damn good. If we just let this video play, maybe there's more cards. That's what I'm talking about, baby. We got the Brilliant Mccall. 3 mana 3/3 beast, Battlecry. Repeat the last Battlecry you played. Wow, seems good. Seems like there's a pattern here with the last card you played, and it has to do with like what the archetype's been doing. So Paladin buffs, Priest does res Death Rattle stuff. This seems just like a really good Shaman card. Most battle cries are good. Shadowblade Stinger. 1 mana 2/1 pirate. Battlecry. If you've taken damage this turn, deal that much to an enemy. Self-damage Warlock basically got their own rendition of what is that rogue card? The Pillager. That based on how many cards you've played does damage, and this is how much damage you've taken this turn. I mean, the thing is, the Warlock deck has so much removal as is that I don't think it needs this. Like, they've got so much removal that they don't really, like, this requires you to take damage, and at some points in the game, like, you make your opponent take that damage, and you no longer take it, right? So I actually don't think you would need this card. Like, while it does look fancy and cool, I just don't even think Warlock needs it at all. I think you don't need this. If it dealt it to your opponent's face, then yes. But just as a card, Warlock doesn't need help dealing with minions. Like, it already has fantastic removal. Wicked Shipment, 1 mana, tradable, summon 2 1/1 imps, and then upgrades by 2 when traded. So does that mean like you summon 2 3/3 imps, or do you summon 4 or 5 1/1 imps? I don't know, but I do think it's good. Anything that costs 1 mana that can be cycled and then it upgrades is, in my opinion, good. You know what I mean? Because you're getting another card anyway for 1 mana, and this card instantly becomes very good, even if it gets upgraded just 1 time. And as we know, Warlock has a ton of draw, so I actually think it's pretty solid. Man the Cannons. All right, Warrior card. Come on, be good, baby. 2 mana, deal 3 damage to a minion and 1 damage to all other minions. 2 mana, deal 3 to a minion, 1 to everything else. That is a Warrior card if I've seen one before. 2 mana, deal 3 is something we've seen a lot. But the thing is, deal 3 damage and then 1 to all other means this doesn't do 4. Like, the minion that you target isn't taking the 1 extra. I think if it were to have taken the 1, that'd be huge. But the fact that it only does 3 to the singular target, it would be insane if it did the extra 1 damage to the card that you targeted. But yeah, this is a very good early game removal for Warrior. Like, really good. Really, really good. Defias Cannon Master. Good artwork, man. 3 mana, 3/3 pirate. After your hero attacks, deal 2 damage to a random enemy twice. After your hero attacks, deal 2 damage to a random enemy. Holy crap. Dude, I know Wild, Pirate Warrior, that all it does is attack face. And this just synergizes more with that. Holy crap. Yeah, this card's really good. This card is, and it says random enemy twice, which means it can go face. Yeah, this card is 4 damage on top of your weapon swing. This card is nutty. This card is really good. This card is really, really good. Yeah, this card is, dude, this card is so crazy. So far, this is, I think, the best card that we've seen. Defias Cannon Master. Holy crap. And then we have the Glutton. 3 mana, 2/3 pirate. Battlecry, destroy a beast and gain +1/+1. What the fuck? This is what is it, the reverse Galaka crawler? Instead of the beast that eats a Murloc, it's a pirate that eats the beast that eats the Murloc? But what are we, moving up the food chain here? Dude, this shit's crazy. I don't like this card at all. I don't like this card. I don't like hard tech counter cards like this at all. I like, granted, like, it's like, I don't think this is a very good pirate. It's something that can just be summoned by the, you know, like the ships. The Juggernaut could just summon this card and it's bad, right? It's just another 3 mana 2/3. But if it summons like the other 3 mana 3/3, that's like insane pirate, right? It's 4 more damage. So they needed to put in some garbage pirate that the Juggernaut can summon, because the Juggernaut currently summons quite a few really good pirates. Looking at the 2/5 with taunt, the 4/6 with rush, the captain, the new 3/3. There's just a lot of there's quite a few bad pirates too, but it always seems like they get the good pirates. So just adding a bad pirate into the pool is fine. And I think that's it for the cards. Yeah, that's it for all the cards we got. We didn't really see we didn't see any legendaries, right? So we have more announcements that they said that are coming. The 29th, the 30th, and the 1st. This new game mode comes out the 2nd, which is next Tuesday. This is, again, right around the corner. And yeah, I'm excited. We got new mercs, we got new cards, we got less than a week until the mini expansions here. There's a lot of stuff been pumping into Hearthstone recently, and it's been fun to play and all this new stuff. So hopefully, like I said, shakes up the meta, and you guys are excited for it. So with that, as always, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you like the video, if you don't like the video. And yeah, what's your favorite card that we went over? Mine's the pirate card. I think that card's really good. I think that card's going to be busted. So with that, thanks for watching, guys. I'm Robert Warshack, and happy whatever the hell day it is.